Here are 10 countries in the world that don't have soldiers but still thrive. The last one will shock you. Let's go.
Hey there, fact lovers. Welcome back to Favorite Fun Fact, the channel where you learn mind-blowing facts you never knew you needed. Today, we're diving into something that seems almost unbelievable in today's world.
Are you serious? Wow.
Countries that live without an army. No soldiers, no tanks, no fighter jets. Just peace, treaties, and some smart decisions. Let's explore 10 countries that prove you don't always need an army to survive, or even thrive. Let's go. Fact 1. Costa Rica, the country that chose peace over war. Costa Rica made history back in 1949 when it decided to abolish its army completely. After a brutal civil war the year before, leaders realized something bold. Maybe the money spent on war could be better used elsewhere. Since then, Costa Rica has invested heavily in education, healthcare, and environmental protection. And guess what? It's now one of the most peaceful, democratic, and happiest countries in Latin America. It's even home to a UN University for Peace. So instead of a military parade, Costa Rica celebrates knowledge, nature, and neutrality. Fact 2. Iceland. No army. Yet in NATO, Iceland has no army. But here's the twist. It's a member of NATO, the most powerful military alliance in the world. How does that work? Well, Iceland relies on its NATO allies, especially the United States, to defend its airspace and borders if needed. Instead of a traditional army, Iceland has a small coast guard and a crisis response unit for emergencies. Iceland proves that being surrounded by ocean, having strong allies, and investing in diplomacy can sometimes be enough to keep the peace. Fact 3. Liechtenstein gained a soldier in war. Liechtenstein, a tiny nation nestled in the Alps between Switzerland and Austria, has no army, and hasn't had one since 1868. Back then, the country decided that a military was too expensive and unnecessary for its size. But here's the fun part. During its last military campaign, Liechtenstein sent 80 men to war, and 81 returned. One soldier made a friend along the way, a friendly Italian who joined them on the walk back home. Talk about the most peaceful army ever. Fact 4. Vatican City. The Pope's Swiss bodyguards. The Vatican is the world's smallest country, and it doesn't have an army of its own, but it's not unprotected. Enter the Swiss Guard, an elite force that's been guarding the Pope since 1506. These guards might wear Renaissance-style uniforms that look like they're from a fairy tale, but don't be fooled, they're highly trained soldiers with modern weapons. Only single, Swiss Catholic men under 30 can apply, and the training is intense. So while the Vatican doesn't wage wars, it's still one of the most secure places on Earth. Fact 5. Samoa. Peace through partnership. Samoa is a beautiful island nation in the Pacific with no standing army. But don't worry, it's not defenseless. Samoa has a security pact with New Zealand, signed in 1962 when it gained independence. Under this agreement, New Zealand will come to Samoa's aid if needed, but only at Samoa's request. This peaceful arrangement has worked well for decades, allowing Samoa to focus on economic development, culture, and climate resilience, not conflict. It's a great example of regional friendship at its best. Fact 6. Panama. From dictatorship to demilitarization, Panama's story is a dramatic one. After years of military dictatorships and a U.S. invasion in 1989, the country decided to turn a new page. In 1990, Panama abolished its army and wrote it into their constitution. Instead of a military, Panama relies on civil police forces and public security units. They've kept things stable by focusing on democratic institutions and economic growth, especially with the Panama Canal being such a vital asset. Who needs tanks when you control one of the world's busiest shipping routes? Fact 7. Mauritius. Island of Peace. Mauritius is a peaceful island nation in the Indian Ocean that also has no army. Instead, it maintains a police force, special mobile units, and a coast guard to handle internal and maritime security. Mauritius invests its resources in education, tourism, and sustainable development, which has made it one of the most stable and prosperous countries in Africa. It's living proof that small islands don't need big weapons to make a big impact. Fact 8. Grenada, a new chapter after invasion. Grenada is another country that experienced conflict and decided to demilitarize afterward. In 1983, a military coup led to a US-led invasion. After the crisis ended, Grenada disbanded its military and now relies solely on the Royal Grenada Police Force for security. Since then, the country has seen decades of relative peace and is now focused on tourism, agriculture, and culture. The past may have been rocky, but the future looks calm. Fact 9. Andorra, 2 countries. One shield. Andorra is a tiny country in the Pyrenees Mountains between France and Spain. It has no standing army but is protected by a historic agreement with both of its neighbors. If needed, France and Spain are obligated to come to its defense. Andorra does have a ceremonial force known as the Sumtent, made up of citizens who may be called to arms in extreme cases, but it hasn't happened in centuries. Meanwhile, the country thrives on skiing, banking, and tourism, not tanks. Fact 10. Palau is a stunning island nation in the western Pacific Ocean. It has no army, but it's under the protection of the United States through the Compact of Free Association. This agreement gives the U.S. military access to Palauan territory in exchange for defense and financial assistance. Palau has used this unique position to become a global leader in marine conservation, establishing some of the world's largest protected ocean zones. No military, but plenty of courage, especially when it comes to protecting the planet. And there you have it, 10 countries living in peace without a traditional military. Whether it's through diplomacy, strategic alliances, or just choosing peace over war, these nations prove that might doesn't always mean muscle. Which one surprised you the most? Would you feel safe living in a country without an army? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Favorite Fun Fact for more mind-blowing content like this. Until next time, stay curious.